Hello everyone, this is Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and it's that time again for What Do You Need to Know This Week. This is our weekly overview reading. It used to be called Soul Weather Forecast, but nobody really seemed to, naming it for Soul Weather Forecast. I guess people didn't really know what it was about, so I changed the name up to What Do You Need to Know This Week, which is our weekly energy reading. That's all it is. It's just reading, a general reading for the energy for this upcoming week to see what might be in store for us. Give us a glimpse ahead at what's coming. This is timeless, so whenever you find it, there might be something in this reading for you, so keep that in mind. And that's why I don't put weekly timestamps on the video, because when you find it, there's definitely something in it meant for you. So this is, we have 43, which reduces down to a 7, and we have details, and we have there's clarity in that card. I think there's something else underneath it. And important, what's that say? Important notes. Interesting. I had never been driven to read what that said underneath that until now. So there's an important note that it's trying to tell us. So let's see. Is there anything else that's coming through this card? That's, I am getting, I feel like there's like this fairy dust that's being spread. Like I'm getting this like glitter. I feel like fairy dust being sprinkled over everything. And then we have this compass down here, like that we're heading that the details of something we're planning is important, and it's important to get clarity. There's something there's something important. We'll keep going because this is very interesting. I want to definitely see where this is going, because I really feel like this is highlighting, this is calling out that there's going to be something very important that we need to be aware of, that there's something we don't want to miss. Is what's coming through very strongly. And if you've never watched these readings before, I have these cute little emoji cards that I drew, and they basically are to help us maybe get an emotional gauge of where we might be emotionally this week. And so this is very interesting. And I do apologize if the camera shakes. It's because this table is not the sturdiest table, and I forget sometimes that if I put too much, like if I hit it, it shakes the table and the camera. So I do apologize if the camera gets shaky. That's why, because the stand is attached to the table, and the table is a flimsy table. So I do apologize for that. So let's see what we've got in the tarot. We pull 3 cards and we get some clarification on those cards. And see what we have. So we have the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles. So trying to fight for something that we've been putting time, effort, and energy into that means a lot to us with the King of Cups there. So this is why that's what I wanted to say before, and it didn't, the saying didn't quite come to my mind, and it just popped into my mind, is the devil's in the details. So that's what I wanted to, because if you look at this it gives me, it's almost like the coloring of it gives me almost a brimstone feel. It's not really that, but it's kind of got a lot of fire. I feel like fire colors, like, this back here, it almost like makes me feel like there's a fire in the background. It's like, so I get that the devil's in the details. That's what's coming through for me. So we have, oh yeah, Witch's Tarot. So this is the Seasonal Fox Tarot that I use for a baseline, and then we're going to use the Witch's Tarot as clarification to see what we got here. But basically, this is just at a basic level. This is telling me, that we've worked really hard on something. We're fine. We've put a lot of time, effort, and energy into something that means a lot to us, and that we're willing to do what it takes to protect it and to continue on this path. So what do we got? Give me 2 clarification cards on the 7 of Wands, please. Give me 2 clarification cards on the 7 of Wands. One more, please. Okay. The Sun. Yeah, because this is something we're willing to fight for what makes us happy. And we're willing to put in the work, even though it's something that we may not, this is actually, I love that this is actually coming out, because I just released the March overview reading yesterday, and this is telling me, this is tying me back to that in a way, because it's fighting for our truth, our happiness of what we want, what's important to us. But, you know, we may not know exactly how to go about in you know, building the pinnacles. Like, I like how she's holding this pinnacles, and this fox here is looking at these pinnacles, and he's got this hand, his paw on this pinnacle, just like she's holding that pinnacle, you know, to say, this is mine. You know, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm building. This is what I'm going to fight for. This is what I want, because this is my happiness. Okay. Is what I get here. So we have the Queen of Wands coming out here on the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even want to let me shuffle. And the Ace of Wands. So that actually, you know, that's, as I said, I kind of like this. It's tying into that new beginning, that cycle ending, you know, that's leading to something new, you know, wanting to invest in something new, wanting to invest in something different. This is, you know, a passionate new beginning that's occurring. But there's, you know, but there's this butterflies here that's transformational energy. And if you look at the, you know, we have these flowers here. We have the sun here. These cards are so connected, you know, that and then we have the wand energy as well. So it's that drive, that passion to build upon something that we're trying to invest in our future, that we're trying to build for our future. And we're doing that with this passionate energy. There's something that's trying to come. Give me a second, because there's something that's trying to come through here, and it's not quite hitting me yet. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So this Queen of Wands is here. This is where the devil's in the details, because the Queen of Wands can be a little bit fickle, okay? The Queen of Wands can be a little bit cocky and arrogant at times. Basically, if like a little bit pretentious. So they might come off, it's like, to me, in this reading, the Queen of Wands is coming out as a kind of fake it till you make it kind of an energy, that we may be putting behind this opportunity that's coming in, it's like, but it's almost like a false sense of confidence, or we're going to put on a front, a mask, a show, say, I want to try and help people understand. So like, say that you're getting offered a job opportunity, okay? And it may be in a field that you really want, that you want this job, okay? Let's put it that way. You really want this job opportunity. It's in you know, doing something that you're passionate about, that you want, that you believe in, you know, that you think that you'll enjoy doing, that would better your circumstances, make you happier overall. But maybe this is like the unknown, you know. The page energy here is that, you know, you've never worked for that company. You don't know what they expect. You don't know what the workload's going to be. So it's like you're learning about that company, you're learning about that position. You might be doing your back, you might be doing, some research about that company online, preparing yourself for an interview. And the opportunity, this Ace of Wands is like that interview, the opportunity, to maybe get this new job. Well, and this is, we have this, making sure here, the devil's in the details. So making sure that we kind of do our due diligence to, to study. This is the card of the apprentice, the student, to get our information straight, so that we don't walk in there with maybe shallow, false confidence that may cause some issues, which is why it's important to get clarity and to get the details, that it's okay to have that fire, but sometimes fire energy can be impetuous. It can be a little bit egotistical, and not egotistical in a bad way, but it's that, because sometimes we need ego, because ego helps us boost our confidence. And that's what I feel like's happening here. It's like a confidence boost, but we don't want to do this necessarily from a place of, like not having the knowledge to back up that confidence, because this is something we want to invest in for our future, like that we want to work, put the effort into. And it's telling me, don't slack on the effort. Make sure that you put the effort in that backs when you, like, if it's something like going into an interview, and it doesn't have to be, that's just an example that I'm using, that you go into that interview, yeah, like believing that you can do the job and that you deserve it, but be able to have the facts to back that up, to be able to show that employer that you do have the ability and capability to put in the effort and the hard work and that you're willing to fight for this position, and you understand what their needs are, and you're willing to put in the hard work to make this opportunity successful for both you and that employer. It can go in other areas of your life. If you want to apply it to like relationships, to love or relationships, this is telling me, maybe you have an opportunity to rekindle a relationship and that makes you happy, where in the past there's been like that it's been difficult here, where you're willing to fight for a connection with a person, but again, that you might be passionate about, that you might have a lot of love for, that you might be passionate about, but it's talking about making sure that you back up that passion with the effort, to make sure to put the effort in, to make sure to pay attention to details. And I feel like this emoji card, now with the way this is coming out, I feel like this is the hard work, the stress, the strain of getting it right, of trying to put the effort in, because we don't want to fail. And I feel like this is struggle, like this is effort. I feel like this is almost like effort is what I'm feeling, because I'm feeling it's tied very strongly to that Seven of Wands. And it's like that, like effort that's being put in, because there's so much exertion and effort here that I'm seeing this week towards something. And then we have the Star card. And of course I need to, well, even though I don't think anything's showing, I just want to be safe there. I don't think anything's really showing on her, but I just want to be safe with YouTube and how they've been lately about things. So, and then let's get one more card for this King of Cups. So we have the Star card, and Star card is talking about, in this instance, especially with the sun coming out here, I feel like this is a hope, a wish, a dream, because we have this on the King of Cups. So it's something that we really want, that we really long for, but we've kept to ourselves. We've kept it, like to ourselves, and really haven't expressed that this is something that we really desire. Maybe this is kind of like you've been doing this. Yeah, this is important to us. Look at that. The Two of Cups coming out. This is an important important change in our life, an important union. And I want to get, like, I know a lot of you out there, because a lot of readers do love, and I completely understand why they do love readings, because it's very popular and that's what most people want to come to see. They want to know what's going on in their love life, and I totally get it. But cards don't always have to talk about love. It talks about all aspects in our lives. And Two of Cups talks about unions, partnerships, and it can be, yes, it can be a romantic partnership, but it also can be a partnership like working. This could be you, entering a partnership with a new job. As we said, this could be, you, entering agreement to work for a company, to start a new job, and agreeing on that and coming into union with a new opportunity, but it's also telling me with the Star card, this being on the King of Cups, that this is something that we really, really want. It's something that that would really make us happy, that we've been fighting for, that we want to put the work and effort into, because it means a lot to us. And only you're going to know what that is in your life, what it is that you're willing to fight for, that you're willing to put the effort into, because it means a lot to you, because this is what you want for yourself. You want this, whether it be a job or whether it be, union with a person, a relationship with somebody, or, I don't know. There's different things. Those are the ones that are popping up off the top of my head. But I mean, it could be just an opportunity that's coming in, doing something like a hobby or something that you really love. It could be, maybe you want to start doing marathons. Maybe you realize that you've always loved to run, and it's something that you really love and enjoy, like that you want to put the effort into. And then, yeah, if you decide you want to run marathons, well, you're going to need to put determination and work into doing that. And maybe you've never trained for a marathon before, but you realize that's something you want to do, and there's an opportunity to do a marathon. Well, confidence is only going to get you so far, because you have to put in the work and the effort and learn how to train for a marathon to be able to be successful at it, to make sure that it's something you can continue to do. You're going to, it may require hard work and effort to put into that. Those are just some examples of how this may play out this week, or may have already started playing out, because it could, energies are fluid. So for some of you, this may have already started occurring, and for others, this may be in a week or two, who knows. But this is what it's saying for the majority of for the collective, that this is basically the crux of what's kind of transpiring, the energy that is there, which is, but make sure, remember that this is the overall like energy for the reading, which is details. Make sure that you're getting clarity on whatever it is. Like, this is communicating your needs, your wants, your desires. Make sure you get all the details. Make sure that you understand exactly what you're getting into, what's expected of you, those details. So even if you go into a job, you're entering a new job, make sure that you understand what's expected of you. Get all the information. Know everything that's expected of you, what the company is going to give to you, what your benefits are, that kind of thing. If you're getting into a relationship, make sure you're having those discussions of the important things. Get clarity to make sure that you're on the same page, that you want the same things, that you're going in the same direction, that that your future doesn't end up hindering you, because one person is wanting to go in this direction and the other person is wanting to go, oh, well, I want to go and live over here and do this, but the other person has this other thing in mind, so your two paths can't align. And so even if you may desire this, and even though it may make you happy, make sure that you're clear on understanding what is going to be involved in having this, to having this dream or having this opportunity, that that you do want for yourself, and what work it's going to take. You're going to have to fight for this. You're going to have to put in the work and effort. That's very clear here with it being on this top row in the main energies, that we're going to have to work for this. It's going to require effort on our parts. But what's great here is the fact that we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups tells me that it's something that we care deeply about. It's something that we really want, especially with the sun coming out here. It's something we'd be willing to put the time and effort into, to make it happen. So that's really, really good. So that's what I have for this week. For what do you need to know for this week? I hope that it helps you out. If you are resonating with the storyline, and you're resonating with what's going on here, and you know what this is talking about in your life, I hope that this gives you some insight into that, to help you on that journey. I thank you so much for joining me this week. I appreciate the time, effort, and energy that you spent to show up here and watch my reading. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much. I wish you much harmony, gratitude. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave comments as you're moved to do so. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful week.